Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Richard. I'm a part-time reseller on eBay where I buy things from garage sales, thrift stores, estate sales, estate auctions, and occasionally retail arbitrage. I take those items and I sell them on eBay for a profit. In today's video, I want to go over the weekend sales, letting you know where I sourced the item from, what I paid for the item, and what the item sold for. Also, stick around to the end. I'll go ahead and announce the winner for the hat. So let's jump in and see some sales. Today is Wednesday, September 21st, and we have 4 orders going out today. First item we have going out happens to be this Blimpie Detective Kit. Picked these up on RA. I'm only into them for $1.50 each. I had purchased 6 of these, gave one away. This happens to be the last one, so I sold 5 of them. This sold for $17.36, and it is going free shipping. Next item going out, an item I picked up when I bought all those $2 lots off of HiBid. There happen to be 2 Harry Potter watches. They are brand new. Sold the first one right away. This one, I couldn't find sold comps, or I couldn't even find any that had been listed out there. So I did list this one a little high. It took a little bit for it to sell. So if I can remember that video, I'll put it right up here. So this is Stedwick wristwatch. I did put vintage rare Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone Sedgwick, if I pronounce that correctly, wristwatch. This sold for $49.55, and the buyer is paying $5.95 in shipping. So this, we would definitely say this is a Bolo. Cost of goods into just one is $1. Next item going out, it's a pretty good item. It happens to be another high bid lot that I picked up. This was not off the $2 one. Paid $8 for 2 sets of Fiesta wear. One was white. This was the Paprika, which is actually discontinued now. Sold the plates off early on, which I lotted them into 4s. Have the cups, and I also have the dessert / salad plates. Those are still listed. These sold for $26.06, and the buyer is paying $10.31 in shipping. Last item going out, I'll just show right here. It's actually a video board. This was probably one of the first things I ever listed. A lot of people getting into reselling, they ask people, what should I sell? Everybody always says stuff around your house that you're not using. This happened to be one of them. This thing took forever to sell. It's a ATI Radeon 9200. It's 128 megabytes. AGP video card. This sold for $16.23, and it is going free shipping. This was one of those items I was hoping to move out very quickly. Completely forgot it was even there, saw it sold, and I was like, wow, glad to get this out. Now, it is going free shipping, but this should go out at about a 8-ounce rate. So we'll still make a little bit of money on this, but older item, moving out the door. One thing I also wanted to mention on this is definitely a drop shipper. I'll go ahead and put their note right up here. Hello, sent you best offer at $12. Didn't hear back, so I just doing the buy it now. Please do not include any price or eBay info with this order. Just write the number on the piece of paper for reference to include inside the box, and does have a reference number on there. So I'll go ahead and do that. So yeah, definitely a drop shipper. Today is Thursday, September 22nd, and we have 1 order going out plus another item shipping. Order we have going out today is 2 of these Wedgwood Tunstall Blue Heritage 6.5-inch cereal bowls. Talked about this last video where I actually sold some plates. These happen to be the bowls to go with it. That entire haul, that entire set I had paid $20 for. So we're definitely into the profit already on this. These 2 sold for $11.01 and the buyer is paying $9.58 in shipping. Now on these ones, these do have a little bit different insignia on the bottom. I did show that in the photos. Now the next thing we have to ship, this was an order from last week. I'd actually made a mistake. This buyer came in and bought 2 of the Wedgwood Blue Heritage Onion Bread Butter Plates Dessert Appetizers. They actually did a quantity of 2. I only shipped 1 set of these, so that was a screw up on my part. So now, this is going to cost me additional in shipping. Leave me a comment down below if you've ever made a mistake on shipping quantities and you don't end up shipping the correct quantities and then coming back and costing you more on shipping. Today is Friday, September 23rd, and we have 1 order going out today. Order we have going out happens to be this Casio FX-115D Super FX. It is solar powered. Picked this up at my local thrift store. It had the case, the manual, and obviously the calculator. I'm only into this for 50 cents. This sold for $11.01 and the buyer is paying $4.65 in shipping. Now, when I looked this up, the buyer's actually paying a lot more than this because this is actually going through the global shipping program. Items like this that are usually less than £1, I actually ship through eBay International Shipping. It's a lot cheaper for the buyer. Somehow this got listed global shipping, but it's still sold. So if you're not doing international sales, I would highly recommend you look into it. You can either start with the global shipping program and then also use the eBay International Shipping. Today is Monday, September 26th, and we have 8 orders going out today. First item going out happens to be this Xbox video game, Jaeger. Picked this up at my local thrift store. I'm only into it for $2. This happens to be complete. It does have the manual, the CD, and the case. So when listing video games, it's always best to go ahead and show the case, the manual, and the CD so they can see right from the first picture that everything is included. This sold for $14.75 and the buyer is paying $5.20 in shipping. This next item going out is an item I just picked up on that citywide garage sale. Happens to be this American Muscle Memories 1964 Starliner. Picked this up for $4 at the garage sale. This sold for $69.56 and the buyer is paying $8.91 in shipping. This is definitely a Bolo. Most die-cast cars probably aren't even worth picking up unless you get them very cheap. This next item going out, it's the thrift store item. I picked up this Ride Rich Men's 100% Authentic Adjustable Snapback White Logo Hat. Picked this up at my local thrift store for 50 cents. This sold for $17.36 and the buyer is paying $5.25 in shipping. Something new, this happens to be an RA item. I picked up, I believe, about 7 of these. I had 3 of the XL15 and I believe 3 of the XL01s and just 1 of the Zerg spaceship. I'm only into these for $1. This sold for $8.20 and the buyer is paying $12 in shipping. This next item going out, another Bolo item. Picked this up on that citywide garage sale. Do have this one posted if I can remember. I'll show a link to it right up here. Bose Wave Music System CD player, AM FM radio, graphic gray with remote working. Now, I'm only into this for $10, but the remote that came with it wasn't working, so I actually ordered one online. The remote cost me, I believe it was like $9 free shipping. As soon as I got this, I tested it. Everything was working great. Listed this yesterday, and it probably sold within 2 hours. This sold for $163.95, and the buyer is paying $13.59 in shipping. So both systems, if you can get them cheap enough, they usually sell pretty good. This next item, an RA item. Had this for a while. It's this car stereo connector adapter. It is for the Nissan between 1984 to 2008. Now, one thing about this is I had gotten my hand slapped from eBay on this because you cannot use the word Nissan. That will get you a Vero really quick. So I had to relist this, and what I did is I just put Scotch stereo connector, put the number, I put it was for a 1984 to 08 model wiring harness. I'm into this for just 50 cents. This sold for $7.65, and it is going free shipping. This is light enough, will go out at a 4-ounce rate. This next item going out happens to be an item that a friend of mine brought to me and asked me if I was interested in them. He said he would go ahead and just give them to me. I said, no, I gotta give you something. And so we agreed upon $10. It's these Cutco knives. There are 5 of them, but in the photos, if you notice, a couple of the tips,
what am I gonna do?
Are actually broke off. I did disclose that in the description. Didn't think these things would go for very much. I did list these a little bit lower than other ones out there just because of the condition issue. These sold for $94.95, and the buyer is paying $8.80 in shipping. Again, these things probably had them listed not even a couple hours. Last item going out today is another Bolo item. I picked this item up when I went out to FlipCon 2022 in North Carolina. I actually did some picking with a couple pickers, Kevin, Commonwealth Picker, OBX Picker, Eric, with Dave, NC Picker, and also Carrie, American Arbitrage. Happened to run across this Alpine, was brand new, didn't have the box. So they, at the garage sale, they had it for $25. I asked them if they would take $20. They said yes. Again, this item I just listed yesterday, and it sold yesterday within a couple hours. This sold for $95.95, and the buyer is paying $8.14 in shipping. So those are the items we sold this week to go ahead and close out the weekend sales. As you've seen, had some pretty big bolos on this. Now, I want to go ahead and announce the winner for the hat drawing. And it was on this video right up here. All you had to do was leave a comment. And the winner to the hat is Sassy Granny Plus, aka Stephanie. So Stephanie, thank you very much. And I'll put an email down below. Also, too, my email's in the description. Just reach out to me and send me your information, and I'll get the hat sent out to you. So I hope you all liked the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Helps the channel. Also, too, if you're not currently subscribed, consider subscribing down below and hitting the bell notification. You'll be notified the next time I do a video. Until next time, keep picking.